What is
The series that
shit? What's up? I am Jack. With another video. So, as I said in my previous video, if any of you opted to watch it, I am going to be posting all my what ifs, including inheritance. So, yeah, since it's been a while since I posted that, I'm gonna give you a recap. But, yeah, since school is coming up, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to post. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and post all of these. Um, but yeah, so last time we talked about how Minato and Kushina were born. Kushina was the daughter of Tobirama, and Minato was the son of Izuna. Now, we will then skip years later to when the QB attacks happening. Now, Naruto will be born 3 years before canon time. So, that's just a bit of a fact. Now, what happened? Oh, yes. Minato still seals the half of the Kyuubi into Naruto and half of the Kyuubi into him. Both Minato and Kushina still die. Now, we're then gonna skip a few years until Naruto is. I don't remember the exact time. I'm just gonna say 5. Uh, 5 or 6. Naruto is banished from the village for killing some shinobi. The truth is they were beating him, and the Kyuubi let out some of his chakra, and yeah, I meant her chakra. Um, so yeah, Naruto will have killed the Chunin, so he would be banished. Now the third still caring about Naruto, would send a shadow clone with him. This shadow clone would be about high Jonin level. Yeah, let's say that. So they would then Naruto, the third shadow clone would get some scrolls for Naruto. He'd get some food and stuff. So Naruto would then leave the village. Now Naruto would then go to a forest where he would get attacked by bears. Now, Naruto, not having much ninja training, he hasn't gone in yet, would be scared, but a spear would raise out of the water and kill the bears. And this is Naruto's very advanced control of water. The spear would then come back to Naruto, and I had ended it off right there. So now let's get into the video. So we're now going to start off about a year after Naruto was banished. He has met the Kyuubi and they have become friends. He has gotten trained by the Kyuubi and right now he is about mid-Genin level. Except when he uses the Kyuubi chakra, which at best he can only use one tail of, and when he gets to that, he is about high tuning level. So Naruto would now be also his water manipulation. His water manipulation is good. He hasn't managed to control the water with his hands like he did since that was more on instinct. So his water manipulation, since the QB focuses on fire and wind, she can only use um she can't use any water types of manipulation, so she can only use the ones that you saw, mostly the ones that Kushina has used, since she is half Uzumaki and half Senju, the clan of 1,000 skills and the clan that lives in the whirlpools. So, yes, so Naruto knows the water bullet, the the water jet, which is basically like a water blast. He also is working on. He's also working on a technique called water missile, which is pressurized water. So yeah, he has also learned lightning style, lightning palm. It's basically it's like a less version of the Chidori, but it doesn't pierce. It like palm strikes. So yeah, I came up with that move so long ago. I don't even remember. So now, for fire release, he has earned the Fireball Jutsu and the Phoenix Fire Jutsu. For wind style, he has also learned Gale Palm and Great Breakthrough. The, I guess you could say, standard requirements for wind style. He has started working on his wind manipulation. He will, and he has gone pretty well on his fire manipulation. He has not done water manipulation or his lightning manipulation yet, because the fire and wind are things that he was best at. Now, Naruto will have 4 out of 5 elements. He will not have Earth style. He'll be able to use some Earth Jutsu, like Mud Ball and stuff, standard stuff. But he will not have the Earth element. So, yeah. So, we're now going to, actual time when Naruto is 7 years old. Now, Naruto would right now be training by a tree, improving his taijutsu. Taijutsu is about low gunning level, but it's good for someone who is only training for a year. So, yeah. He is learning the fighting style called the Fox Fist. It's this style that Kurama is teaching him. Now, this style focuses on speed and ferocity. Also counters. You, but it also has a new element. See, due to Naruto's getting beaten a lot, he has gotten a pain tolerance, and a pretty good one at that. So, he will let the opponent hit them. He will let the opponent hit them. He will then attack with a lot of ferocity. He, and when the opponent's on the defensive, you create an opening for yourself. The opponent goes to hit the opening, that you then counter and hit with even more ferocity. Naruto has only gotten the first 2 steps down due to him not knowing, due to him only knowing the water clone jutsu, which Kurama also taught him. So, yeah. Um, so, the Kurama decides that Naruto has progressed enough to learn this jutsu. Now, for further context, Naruto right now has about the reserves of a low Kage. No, yes, because when Naruto was about his age, he had the reserves of Kakashi, but he was only half Uzumaki, half Namikaze. He's also a quarter Senju and a quarter Uchiha as well as Namikaze. But there were few people that actually knew of the Namikaze clan. So, yes. Naruto has also awakened his Sharingan. though it is only one tomoe. So, yeah. So Kurama decides to teach Naruto the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And Naruto would learn this in about, I would say, 30 minutes. No, let's say an hour. Because he did have the Kyuubi teaching him, and for canon, I know Naruto, by teaching himself it took more than an hour, so he should be able to do it. He can create at most 50 clones, with some of Kurama chakra. With just his normal chakra, he can make about 30 of them. So, yeah. Mm, so, we're now gonna skip a couple months. Naruto is 7.5, and he stumbles upon a village. Now, this would be the village in the rain. Naruto would go in, but for some reason he feels odd, like someone is watching him. And this would be Conan of the Akatsuki. Now, Pain felt a unusually high chakra signature coming into his village, so he told Conan to go get it. And he would see it was the Jinchuriki. Nothing has changed with the Akatsuki, so yeah. Hmm. So Conan would get the only Akatsuki member they have right now, which would be Orochimaru. Sorcery is out on a mission, and none of the others have joined yet. Because keep this in mind, Itachi, Naruto was born 3 years before canon, so Itachi has not joined the Akatsuki yet, and so they have not gotten Hidan. They have not gotten Kakuzu yet. Datara left because he couldn't be fourth Kazekage. I think that was the story. So he's still in the village, and the third Tsuchikage still hasn't chosen a successor yet. um, Kisame wasn't the first seven ninja swordsman to join. I think it was Zabuto's predecessor. So yeah, he has not joined yet. He's still loyal to Kiri. So yeah, Kisame too. So yeah, none of the Akatsuki members are actually here right now. So yeah. So Orochimaru would try to attack Naruto. Naruto senses would get out of the way. He would activate his Sharingan and get into his stance. You see Orochimaru. Now, the QB having training him told him about various criminals, Orochimaru being one of them. So Naruto and Orochimaru would then explore Orochimaru being interested in the Sharingan, because he still wants to get jutsu. So Naruto would be beaten pretty easily by Orochimaru. But with this beating came Naruto's second tomoe of the Sharingan. That was pretty much the only good thing that came out of this. So, Naruto, being captured by the Akatsuki, Orochimaru would bring him to the Akatsuki base. So, then they would throw him into prison. And Obito, seeing Naruto, looking like Minato with his spiky black hair, Minato had blonde hair, but the hair looks similar to Minato's. It still looks like Naruto's original canon hair, but it's grown a bit longer. It still retains its spike. It's not very long, but it just kind of looks like Minato's with like the spiky hair. So he would get mad, remembering how Minato easily defeated him because of his Mangekyo abilities. Um, I believe he could cancel. Um, he could cancel Mangekyo abilities. I forgot what the other one was because I hadn't posted Inheritance in a while. So when I did this, I just went to the back, like the end of the video, to see where we left off. I knew it was something about a bear, but yeah. So he get mad, but he wouldn't do anything. And Naruto would try to find a way to get out. Now the Akatsuki, being smart as they are, would put Biju suppression seals on them, so Naruto couldn't access his Biju chakra or his normal chakra. So, but luckily for him, someone else was in the Hidden Rain Village. And you know who this other person was? His name was Jiraiya. So Jiraiya would be doing some recall on the Hidden Rain to see how it's doing. So, Jiraiya still thinks that Konan, Yahiko, and Nagato died, and he was 1/3 right. But I feel like a part of Konan and Nagato died with Yahiko, who died. Just like a part of their souls. So, yeah. But he's kinda right. But only kind of. But, so, Jiraiya would find the Akatsuki base, and he would go through and see Naruto. Naruto would look at him, and he asked him to please help me. Jiraiya, seeing the resemblance to Naruto, would get kind of mad because Sarutobi Sensei told him nothing about Naruto's banishment. Um, but yeah, so Jiraiya would break Naruto out, and there was a sensing seal. Jiraiya, not caring, didn't recognize it. He was mad. The Akatsuki members would see this, and Pain wanting Orochimaru goes, and Orochimaru would see Jiraiya, and Jiraiya would see Orochimaru. Jiraiya would say nothing, and he would take Naruto and Senshin out of there. Orochimaru would chase after them, but Jiraiya summons a toad, and reverse summons Senshin out Miyaboku. So, we're now gonna have a time skip about 5 years later. Naruto right now is 12. Yeah, 12. And he's learned about both of his parents and his grandparents, being Izuna and Tobirama. So, Naruto would also know that Jiraiya is his godfather. So, yeah, Naruto would sign the Cone contract. He would also achieve the third Tomoe of his Sharingan. Now, Itachi never joined the Akatsuki, and Itachi is also a girl, but Sasuke is still a boy. So they ran into Itachi, when she had to kill the Uchihas because the coup was still going. But yeah, so they ran into him. Well, like Jiraiya ran into Naruto. I mean Itachi. So yeah, they joined him. Now, in this time, Itachi's only 2 years older than Naruto. So, yeah. Um, but anyways, Naruto and Itachi would become good friends. So, Naruto would also train in Senjutsu, but when he got the nature energy, um, the fox not trying to stop Naruto and like uh like trying to actually help. Naruto would actually get Fox Sagema. And what this is was Naruto, the outsides of his eyes would still become like would be still like the pigments of his eyes would still be like orange like sage mode. And he would have uh he'd still have that bar like the frogs, but there would be a slit in it, and that would be the Fox Code Sage Mode. Because Naruto's the Senjutsu chakra actually mixed with some of Kuroma's chakra. So yeah. So when we get done, um, Jiraiya found a way for Itachi to um Hermangekyou to not make her go blind. So how should I say this? I don't know how to say it. Let's just say, Itachi's Mangekyo, can heal. But she can only use it 2 times a day if she doesn't want permanent damage done to it. And she can only use the Susanoo for about 5 minutes until some permanent damage is done. So, yeah. Itachi, using her Mangekyo, Susanoo, is high Kage level. And so, yeah, she is about high Kage level. Naruto, with his Sharingan, he is not only from the manga, and he has managed to go up to 3 tails of Kurama Chakra. He can use 4 tails, but only for a bit until he goes insane. But, yeah, so he can use 3 tails safely of Kurama Chakra. He is about say mid Jonin level. Mid Jonin, yeah, mid Jonin to high Jonin, in between there. So, yeah. But this is where I'm gonna be ending it off. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.